Hello and welcome to World Business Report. I'm Samantha Simmons. Well, we begin with President Biden's trip to the Middle East. He's due to arrive in Israel in the next few hours, where he'll be the first US president to visit the Middle East since 9/11 without American troops engaged in a combat mission there. The White House has said the visit's aims include expanding regional economic and security cooperation. Israel's finance minister says it's hoped the visit will lead to a common Middle East market that includes Saudi Arabia, with businesses on all sides poised to make the most of the opportunities. Well, let's get more on this and gauge some of that potential. I'm joined by Erel, Margalit, founder and executive chairman of Jerusalem Venture Partners. Hello, welcome to you. So how significant is this visit from a business perspective, do you think?
Thank you, Samantha. Well, it is a very significant visit because the entrepreneurs are already leading the way, and we're very glad to see President Biden and the politicians join it. So the region has been talking about a security alliance between different countries here that we've been working on quietly, but now it's time to celebrate the economic alliance. And what we're saying is that around innovation, just like we had with the UAE, just like we began to have with Egypt and Jordan, the fact that Saudi Arabia may come into the picture and the Americans will give it a cover is going to be wonderful, because here in Israel, we've been already doing deals on cybersecurity, on healthcare IT, on ag tech and food tech in a way that is encouraging, and we want to celebrate it in a bigger and better way.
And how hopeful are you that Saudi Arabia could normalize relations with Israel?
Well, I can tell you that because of our activity in the UAE, and Margalit Startup City, which is one of our centers of excellence, is already operating in the region. We've already started dealing with Saudi banks, with utility companies, with energy companies, because people need protection against the cyber attacks. People need new products when it comes to food and agriculture. People need new healthcare and water systems. And the fact that we're already dealing with it quietly, and believe me, we've been dealing quietly quite extensively in the region. It's now time for President Biden to celebrate it together with the Israeli Prime Minister, together with the leaders of the region, and bring it to a different level. It is time for the younger people in this region to set up an economic alliance.
Erel, I'm just reading on Reuters that the US and Israel have just announced a new advanced technology partnership ahead of President Biden's visit. And tech is where it's all at. Israel has a really booming tech sector, doesn't it?
Yes, and we have here in Israel, we work very closely with the US, so we have a big hub in New York, and we have a lot of activities in Europe, and last week we were in London as well. And so there's a lot to be doing, but now doing it not only international, but innovation can change our country in Israel. It could also change our region. And we say 10 cities, 10 ideas, 10 projects that will change the way you think about the Middle East and the Gulf in a way of economic cooperation and technology for the different usage of the world after COVID.
Okay, Erel, Margalit, good to talk to you. Thanks very much. Well, whilst